Who needs to step up? We'll discuss coming up next here on Locked On Sooners.
You are Locked On Sooners, your daily podcast on the Oklahoma Sooners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Once again, thanks for making Locked On Sooners your first listen every single day. Shout out to all the everydayers out there. Tune in and subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Jay, fall camp coming up. Who needs to break out the most to you for Oklahoma to be successful this year?
John, I'm so excited. We got fall camp in about a week, and now we get to really get past the talking season and really see who's who and who's ready to really show up and show out. But there's so many positions for Oklahoma that we still got questions on, and we want to see players develop. And so when I'm looking at this, John, I'm asking myself, all right, we've made a bunch of changes in certain spots, but we didn't make a bunch of big changes on defense. So what players need to have that breakout season? So number one on my list personally, Gentry Williams. We've seen the greatness of Gentry at his, in 23 before he was really banged up. And you were like, okay, this dude can play. He's got the size and the speed. He can lead himself into being drafted. He can be a day two guy, no problem. Then you didn't get him last year. The shoulders messed up, had a whole bunch of cleanup surgeries, but it sounds like he's ready. To me, if there's anybody right now, top of the list, I don't even care about transfer. No, Gentry Williams, he comes out there and shows up and shows out, and he pops, man. Because we had questions last year, John, about the secondary. That was where we were like, okay, there's a lot of transfers in. We were shifting back and forth. We hadn't had an internal guys really show up until Eli Bowen pops. Now we need some more of the guys that were actually recruited to do that, and I think Gentry has an opportunity to do that. If he does it, John, I think the defense is going to take another leap from last year.
We've seen the flashes out of Gentry. For him,
Yes.
It's just about staying healthy. So prayers up for Gentry for a healthy season in 2025. If he does, he can really help lock down one side of the field. For me, number one, Jacob Sexton. We've been hearing the promise and the potential of Jacob Sexton since he came in 2022. Really, really good size, good athlete, good strength. Again, injuries have limited him. He played a bunch of snaps last year, and it was an up and down season for everybody on the offensive line. Can he take what he had last year, the 600 plus snaps that he got, and really take a next step and become somebody that can solidify that left tackle spot for Oklahoma?
Yeah, Jacob Sexton's a very interesting one, especially because they've moved him from left tackle to left guard and back and forth. More so because of, not only injury situations, but also, skill set. He's got the size and the strength to be a really good guard on top of playing tackle. And yeah, he's given us some flashes. I mean, I think that Florida State game, man, it would have been awesome if he would have lasted past warmups. We were excited about him as a true freshman. And then he comes back late in 23, and you're like, okay, I think we've got something here. And then now, in 24 last year, 24, which wasn't, the year that you would have wanted with all of the ups and downs. So yeah, I think he's one that would jump up. He should be fighting for that left tackle starting spot. Let's put it that way. I think another one, though, my second one on the list, going back to the offensive line, I think is Logan Howland. Okay. We saw some flashes from him when he started to get himself grounded. Remember, he's a converted tight end when he was recruited, and he's still big, 6'6", 320 pounds at least. And you start to see, okay, can he get anchored and really handle that side? Well, it sounds like he's toughened up, from spring ball. So you're like, okay, what can we get out of Logan coming into the season? We had a lot of people that had surgeries and whatnot, and so I'm wondering if he's going to really fight hard for that left tackle spot. We know Michael Fasusi's right there. We know that he's the name to watch the most outside of Derek Simmons on the right side, or even Fasusi on the right side too, and Fauché. But I think Logan Howland, it's time. It's either it's this year or it's no year to me.
Yeah, because if he doesn't grab a job this year, it's Michael Fasusi's job next year.
Most likely, yeah.
I mean, For me, the number 2 guy that I'm looking at, this is a wide receiver, Zion Kearney.
Oh, yeah.
The potential's there. He's shown flashes. He stepped up in the Armed Forces Bowl, had a big reception, dropped one, but he showed that he can get open. And that's what you need. You got to have guys that are able to get open. He's got the athleticism. He's got good speed. He's a good route runner. Now it's about opportunity. And the opportunity is there for him because in fall camp, you're likely not going to have Giovanni Gibson going every single day or Jaden Gibson available every single day in practice. Jermichael Carter, a guy that John Mateer is excited about, he's going to be ramping up. He's not going to be running with the ones, the first few weeks of fall camp, if he does get to run with the ones at all during fall camp. So Zion Kearney, the opportunity is right there for him to become a starter for this offense week 1 against Illinois State, and then to hold down a starting role out on the outside with Deion Burks playing in the slot, and then maybe a Giovanni Gibson on the other side. There's an opportunity for Zion here. Snatch it and hold on to it.
Yeah, that's a good point, because we brought in 5 wide receivers in this and out of the portal, 6 wide receivers. I think it
ended up being 6 with Jermichael Carter. Yeah.
Yeah. So ZK is going to have to step up. Now, granted, we expect ZK to do that because Zion Kearney's name has been coming up as a guy that has been moving around with some ones. And it looks like he's seizing that opportunity. And it sounds like Mateer is working good with him on top of the other guys. So, yeah, I could totally see, like I said, we've hyped him up. I expect Zion Kearney to be the other guy on the other side. I'll stick to the wide receiver room with you. I'm trying to see what Isaiah Sategna is going to give us.
Let's go.
Because think about it, Deion Burks, the expectation is he's going to pop. Like, he should be healthy and not dealing with shenanigans at any other positions. Deion Burks should go out there and put up some numbers, especially deep. But Sategna has been hyped. Mm-hmm. He's been hyped for his speed, return game, all of that. And the good thing is you can put him in a return game and be okay with that because you've got so many more receivers that you're ready to play. Mm-hmm. But if he pops as the other slot guy, John, which we can expect. I mean, remember, we talked to Jordan Rogers. He talked about how he saw in Ben Arbuckle's offense, there's a lot more wide receivers than you really had tight ends. That could be another one right there.
Yeah, considering that we don't really know what we're going to get out of tight ends, you might see a lot more 4 and 5 wide receiver sets than you're accustomed to seeing at Oklahoma.
Right.
Last guy for me, Peyton Bowen at safety. The talent is there. The instincts are there. He's athletic as all get out. Now I got to just see the guy go perform and play consistently. He's going to be playing against or next to an experienced Robert Spears-Jennings, but with uncertainty at cornerback, you can't afford to have any weak links at safety. So Peyton Bowen, now's your time, man. You were a 5-star prospect that Notre Dame wanted, that Oregon wanted, that Oklahoma ended up landing, that everybody in the country wanted to get their hands on. Now it's time to go show why. It's your time, my friend.
This is his time. Adding to that, though, as you mentioned, Peyton Bowen's a very good one because he's got that trio of guys that are ready to take somebody's spot. And we heard about them all week at SEC Media Days, especially when Oklahoma was up. Each player talked about them. They mentioned Robert Spears-Jennings talked about that trio. BV mentioned the trio. We know that trio is they're ready to be the next big name in Oklahoma. My third person, BV has been hyping him recently, is Kaden Helms.
I think this is your 4th guy, but I'm going to let you ride with it.
Is it my 4th? I thought it was, is it my 4th guy? It is my 4th guy. You're right.
Okay, let's hear some Kaden. Let's get some Kaden Helms hype to close out the segment, Jay.
I need Kaden Helms to give me something. Because if BB's hyping you up and you're healthy finally,
now's the time.
Come on.
Let's go.
It's time, dog. It's time. And you're right. This is my 4th player. My bad, y'all, but we'll keep going.
we got to get that last little bit of Kaden Helms hype in there. Because, again, Brent Venables mentions the guy. He's somebody that we've been hoping to see on the field consistently at any point over the last 4 years. He just hasn't had an opportunity to stay healthy. Lo and behold, here we are, 2025, and the 4-star tight end out of Kansas or Nebraska. He's Nebraska. Out of Nebraska.
He's a Nebraska. Is
looking like he's healthy
him
now.
And McIntyre. Yes, exactly. We need that.
So if he can break out, it will do wonders for Oklahoma's tight end room. What can we expect from the running back rotations, cornerback rotations? We'll discuss that coming up next here on Locked On.